All right, today we're using real-world tables and graphs. Our first problem is going to be number 1. Christine is buying a picture package from Fabulous Photos. We have a graph here, and we need to know what the rate of change is. So what we're going to do is use our slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're going to pick 2 points. This one right here and this one right here. So this one's going to be 0, 20, and this one is 20, 80. I'm going to call this one our number 1 and this one our number 2. So now we have to just put these numbers in the right spots in the formula. So y2 is 80 minus y1, which is 20. Everything over x2, which is 20, minus x1, which is 0. So 80 minus 20 is 60 over 20 minus 0, which is 20. This simplifies down to m equals 3. So here's our answer, $3 per picture. Very simple, straightforward. All right, let's go to number 2. And this one's not so straightforward. Which of the following equation represents the relationship between Fahrenheit temperature F and the Celsius temperature C, according to the following data chart? All right, so first of all, let's just make something clear. This top row is actually the X variable. This bottom row is actually the Y variable, just to make sure everything is set up correctly. This X0 represents our Y-intercept. So right away, we should know that A is not our answer and D is not our answer. Now we have to just come up with this. So let's do the slope formula again. So M equals Y2 minus Y1, everything over X2 minus X1. And it doesn't really matter which one I pick. It's going to be, this one's going to be our number 1, and this one's going to be our number 2. So our Y2 is 212 because that's our Y, remember? Minus 100, everything over, oh, that's wrong, I'm sorry. It's Y2 minus Y1, which is 86. No, X2 is actually 100 minus 30. So if we do this, we're going to end up with, let's do this on the calculator. Bring up our fraction. Get 212 minus 86, 100 minus 30. And the calculator will do everything for us. We get 9/5. But if you look on our answer choices, we don't have 9/5. 9 divided by 5 is actually 1.8. Now here's our issue. Which one is it? Is it C equals or is it F equals? Well, if we remember, what's our Y, our F? So here's our C. That's our answer. All right, number 3. Malachi works out on a stair-stepping machine. I don't know what a stair-stepping machine is, but whatever. A, if he has burned 250 calories, how long has he been on a stair-stepper? Well, here's total calories burned. It says that he has burned 250 calories. That's right there. Minutes on a stair-stepper is 30. So he has been on this thing for 30 minutes. All right, B, if Malachi is on the stair-stepper for 90 minutes, what will be the amount of total calories burned? Okay, so 90 minutes. Here's 90 minutes. And total calories burned is 750. Calories. Let's do a couple more. Let's do 7. The owner of Mel's Malasadas makes a huge batch of malasadas in the morning, and as the day goes by, customers come in and buy them. She records in the table the amount of malasadas remaining in the shop as customers come in to purchase them. So we have our customers right here. This is our X variable, and total malasadas right there. This is our Y variable. So we need to write an equation that describes the relationship between the number of customers and the amount of malasadas remaining. So let's go back to our trusty slope formula. This is going to be kind of a long one. So we have here our 1 and our 2. Y2 is 528 minus 564. Everything over x2, which is 12 minus 6. All right, we're going to bring our calculator, set up our fraction. 528 minus 564, 12 minus 6. So here we have negative 6 as our slope. So m equals negative 6. But remember, they wanted an equation. So now we have to find the y-intercept. What we're going to do in order to find the y-intercept is use one of these points. I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to put y equals mx plus b. And I know that y is 528. I also know that the slope is negative 6 and our x is 12, but we don't know this b right there. So what we're going to do is figure this out just by solving for b. So we got negative 6 times 12 is negative 72 plus b equals 528. We're going to cancel this negative 72 by adding 72 to both sides. So 528 plus 72 is 600. These go away. B is our 600. So here's our equation. Y equals negative 6x plus 600. All right, all that was just for letter A. All right, let's do letter B. If there's only 150 miles left, how many customers have visited the shop? Well, we know that 150 is our y variable, so we're going to do some solving again. 150 goes here because that's our y. Negative 6x is there, plus 600. All right, now we have to subtract 600 here, subtract 600 there. Bring down this negative 6x. 150 minus 600 is negative 450. We're going to divide by negative 6 because that's our coefficient. And we should have 75 as our x. So how many people have visited? 75 people. All right, one last one. Number 9. Jimmy runs a game at a springtime carnival. So here's your x variable, here's your y variable. We're looking for what the y-intercept represents. Okay, if everybody should know that is your y-intercept, because x is 0 there, and here's your value for y, which is your y-intercept. This over here is your x-intercept, because your y value is 0 there. So let's figure out what this y-intercept represents. A y-intercept has to have 0, comma, some number. Both of these numbers mean something. So this 0 actually is the number of games played. This other number, which is 200, is the number of prizes left. So what we do is just create a sentence that tells us what 0 means and what 200 means. So what does this y-intercept represent? Is that when there's no games played, Jimmy has 200 prizes. Now the x-intercept, same thing for the x-intercept. There's a number there and a 0 on the y. So here our number is 60 and our y is 0. So all we have to do is just create a sentence that describes what these two numbers mean. So let's do that. So after 60 games, there's no prizes left. All right, the rest of these you're gonna have to do in class.